Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk about business. We're not going to talk business, we're going to talk about business. All right? So please relax, sit down, and listen to what I'm about to say. Actually, one of the very first things that is interesting knowing when you're learning a language, English is not different for that matter, is about searching for a job. Like, okay, you want to work, you got to pay your bills, right? So you got to do something. And in order to do something, you got to find something first, all right? So basically, we're going to be talking about the selection process or recruitment and selection process. So starting off with recruitment. The process of finding people for particular jobs is called recruitment, or especially in American English, hiring. Someone who has been recruited is a recruit, or in American English, a hire. The company employs or hires them. They join the company, meaning they start working for the company. A company may recruit employees directly or use outside recruiters or recruitment agencies or employment agencies. Outside specialists called headhunters may be called on to headhunt people for very important jobs, persuading them to leave the organizations they already work for and starting in this new company that they're working for or doing the job for of recruitment. This process is called headhunting. Headhunters are very common these days. All right, this is a extra common, especially in new companies, especially in companies, the so-called startups. Okay, and I can tell I've been teaching in these companies in the past years, and I can pretty much tell that, like, at least 100. I've witnessed at least 100 employees moving, changing companies, going or coming to the companies I was teaching at because of the headhunting process. That is because headhunters had approached them and convinced them to change company. Applying for a job. Fred is a van driver, but he was fed up, meaning he was tired, exhausted with long trips. He looked in the situations vacant pages. That is the place in the newspaper where you can see the job offers, work offers, missing stuff, missing people, etc. Where a local supermarket was advertising for van drivers for a new delivery service. He applied for the job. Okay, so you apply for the job. That's the verb, apply. He applied for the job by completing an application form and sending it in. Harry is a building engineer. He saw a job in the appointments pages of one of the national papers. He made an application sending in his CV, that is acronym for curriculum vitae or vitae. That is something that tells basically your quote-unquote story of working life, and a covering letter explaining why he wanted the job and why he was the right person for it. Note: situation, post, and position are formal words often used in job advertisement and applications. CV is used worldwide, but you can also say resume using American English. Covering letter is worldwide, but American English will also say cover letter. Selection procedures. Mrs. Schmidt is the head of recruitment at a German telecommunications company. She talks about the selection process, the methods that the company uses to recruit people. Quote, "We advertise in national newspapers. We look at the backgrounds of applicants," meaning the people who apply for the jobs, "their experience of different jobs and their educational qualifications. We don't ask for a handwritten letter of application, as people usually apply by email. Handwriting analysis belongs to the 19th century. by belongs to the 19th century, she means that it's pretty old, it's archaic, it's something we don't use anymore. We invite the most interesting candidates to a group discussion. Then we have individual interviews with each candidate. So interviews is basically the process of talking to people when you're applying for a job position. We also ask the candidates to do written psychometric tests to assess their intelligence and personality. After this, we shortlist 3 or 4 candidates. We check their references by writing to their referees. Referees and references is the people that have previously worked with that, with such applicants, such people, and vouch for their careers, basically testifying that, well, this person is good, is honest, is everything that that is necessary to work in this company. Previous employers or teachers that candidates have named in their applications are among the referees, maybe among the referees. If the references are okay, we ask the candidates to come back for more interview. Finally, we offer the job to someone, and if they turn it down, meaning if they say they don't want it, okay, they decline the position, we have to think again. If they accept it, we hire them. We only appoint someone if we find the right person. All right, guys. Selection process is something very unique, okay? Because every company usually has its own procedures, okay? So I believe, this is my personal opinion here, I don't believe that there is today, when I'm recording this video, maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, things were different. Certainly they were different, but today, July 2023, companies are being more and more selective rather than assertive, meaning that most of the times I hear heads of HR, meaning people who take care of the HRs of the companies, saying that references are even more, in some cases, references are even more important than the CV, all right? Or even the story of the person, the professional story of the applicant itself. Because at the end of the day, what companies are interested in is that that person able to comply with the company's first of all regulations and market strategies. I'm going to put it this way, but ultimately, can that person really do a good job and in a consistent way? Because it's not only about like the person having the CV, as we say in Brazil, having the know-how, having the experience. If this person is not up to be working as much as he or she can, all right, and delivering the most that they can deliver, basically. So commitment and drive, I would say, also aligned with the references, right? When someone points to that person and says, hey, you can trust this guy, he's gonna do a good job, I've already worked with him or worked with her, and I totally trust them, and I vouch for this person, right? So I'm gonna say that headhunting, as I said at the beginning, that is a very common process these days, pretty much goes by this, okay? So make sure you keep your LinkedIn pages or similar pages, even your personal social media, right? Keep it sharp, I'm gonna put it this way, because they're gonna look, the people who will interview you, interviewers, will, if they're interested in you, of course, as an applicant, they will totally check your social medias to see if there's any not welcome comments or behaviors, right? I mean, digitally speaking, right? If you're following pages that are, for example, sexist or racist or something of that nature, chances are that you're gonna have to explain yourself and probably gonna lose, okay? Or gonna increase the chances of losing opportunities, okay? And ultimately, of course, and more importantly, LinkedIn pages and similars that aren't fun social medias, let me put it this way, but something rather more professional, right? So make sure you keep it up to date, keep your context there, make sure you interact with people, because this will, at the end of the day, make the whole difference, okay? So that's all I have to say about recruitment and selection process. I'm gonna be back in the next episode with more business content. Thank you very much. This is all for now. I'm Gary, and I see you soon. Bye.